Hello everyone, Juicebags here, and welcome back to a little Minecraft Tekkit for 1.5.1. My little starting hovel, a little hole in the ground shanty. It has come a long way. So we've got the Juiceville Space Program building. Built out a little bit, added a little bit of some custom art as well. So we got our little sign, of course the Juice logo. Decided to go with sandstone on this one. See my little kitty cat sentries there from last episode. I haven't really done much inside. This episode we will be going to the moon, even though this area is still relatively unfinished. Don't really have a whole lot going on in here. However, before we can go to the moon, we need to get our oxygen and survivability setup in place. So first things first, I kind of want to do a test when I get to the moon to see how these energy tesseracts are going to do, or do I need to come up with my own power supply up on the moon. Alright, so we've got both quarries down now. See, this is quarry 1. Don't need that one up anymore. And that was quarry 2. Don't need that one either. I think that one was for the fishery. Better leave that. Got to keep the fishes flowing. So alright, we're going to start a new channel for a tesseract. See, so that one's going to be channel 4. And we're just going to call this one Moon. There we go. So that tesseract is live. Disable all the control. This one's going to be send only. And I'm hoping that the energy tesseracts are going to work. Because if they do, I can just maybe add another row of magmatic engines to the top of this and have just a ridiculous power supply. As you see, the lava pumping from the nether was more than adequate. I haven't done anything else with that since I put that in, and those tanks still haven't budged a bit. I've kind of dedicated this little area up here just to my charging station for the redstone energy cells. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to business here. So there's going to be a few things you need before you can, to be able to survive once you get to the moon. I did a tutorial on it. So I am going to run through these relatively quickly. And let's see, first thing is going to be your gear. You've got these 4 slots that get added in this part of Galactic Craft. So of course these bottom 2 slots are tanks. The top slot is going to be an oxygen mask. And the second one down is going to be your oxygen gear. Now to start off, I'm going right with the heavy oxygen tanks just because the tanks are so easy to make. Might as well go right for the largest ones. You're just going to use 3 red wool, 3 tin canisters, and 3 lead ingots is going to get you a heavy oxygen tank. Now I went on and filled one of them up just so we were ready to go. But we need to be able to fill the tanks. Let's move on to our oxygen mask, another item that's pretty much a no-brainer to make. We just got 8 glass panes and an iron helmet. Let's go ahead and get that bad boy on. And then our oxygen gear, which is going to be 5 oxygen pipes and an oxygen concentrator. Now the oxygen concentrator is going to be Invar ingots in the corners, 3 tin ingots, a tin canister, and an air vent. The air vent's very easy to make, as you see. Well, let's go ahead and get our gear on. And put our 1 full tank on. We still have the empty. Alright, now of course you have to fill these tanks. So to fill these tanks, you're going to need a few pieces of equipment. First off, we're going to need an oxygen collector. Now I went on and made 2 of each of these. That way I could have a setup up on the moon as well. Let's go ahead. We'll put our oxygen collector down. How about right here? Looks good. And you see the little air bubbles going in. That's the oxygen collector working. Of course, down here on ground level, or on the overworld, there's plenty of oxygen, so the oxygen collector fills up immediately. Now, secondly, we're going to need an oxygen compressor. Oh, I forgot to show you how to make the oxygen collector. The oxygen collector is going to be 4 lead ingots in the corners, oxygen concentrator at the top. Once again, that's how you make your concentrator. Then we've got an air fan, a machine frame, an air vent, and a redstone reception coil at the bottom. So that's going to get you your oxygen collector. Once you have the collector up, you need to throw down a compressor, and the compressor is what's actually going to fill the tank. Oxygen compressor is very easy to make. 6 lead ingots, a redstone reception coil at the bottom, machine frame, and an oxygen concentrator. Now, the machine frames, you probably have a ton of them sitting in one of your chests as leftovers from when we first started building, so you want to go over and take a look at that. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw our oxygen compressor down right next to it. And let's see, I may need to turn it. Oh, no valid oxygen tank. Okay. So our oxygen collector is good to go, but it doesn't have any power. So we need to power that bad boy up. We're just going to throw a redstone energy cell directly next to it. And is that going to give me the power? Yeah, it is. Oxygen output 100%. And we're going to need to put our oxygen tank into the oxygen compressor. And then, of course, we need to give it some power as well. Just going to throw another redstone energy cell over on this side. Alright, let's see. Let's get that bad boy turned. And there we go. It'll fill these very, very quickly down here on ground level. As you see, it's ticking up as we speak. So once that gets to full, we're going to be ready to go for our personal gear. Now, once we get to the moon, we're going to be able to survive just with the personal gear we're wearing, with the oxygen mask, oxygen gear, and the 2 oxygen tanks. It's going to keep us alive for a little while. But we want to put in an oxygen bubble distributor. And that's going to do exactly what it sounds like it's going to do. It's going to make a big bubble of oxygen. It'll keep pumping it out. And as long as we're inside that bubble, we're going to be able to survive. Now, Galacticraft also has the oxygen sealers, but unfortunately for 1.5.1, they're broken. You can get the room to seal, but it doesn't actually provide any oxygen to the room. So we're just going to be using the oxygen bubble distributors. And of course, once we get up there and get that going, we need a source of oxygen. So you're going to want to get your shears out, run out and get yourself some leaves. I went on and grabbed a stack, which is more than sufficient. Now, oxygen pipe was used to make some of our gear, and we're going to need it once we get to the moon to lay things out the way we want. Whoops. Wrong button. There we go. Oxygen pipe. There's just going to be 6 glass panes. Makes 4 of them. So that's another very easy item to make. Let's see how our tank is coming along. See, it is almost full already. It's ticking up very, very nicely. I definitely want to put a some sort of a base on the moon, but I also really want to put in a space station. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of both. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to have something going on the moon. Someone had suggested in one of the comments a moon juicing facility, which would be just badass. But I'm not sure if I want to build the moon out more than the space station. It's starting to get dark out, so let's run on in and take a little nap. By the time our nap is over, that oxygen tank should be full and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so nap time is complete. Let's prepare for liftoff. This is the first time I've ever played with adding custom art to it, and I'm really excited at the resolution of the picture. That was a 1080p image that I added in, and it looks fantastic. Now obviously the 1080p was way too large, so I had to shrink it down. The font on the sign here gets a little fuzzy when you get close, but the farther away you are, the better it looks. I didn't realize how easy it was to put that in. So that's awesome. Alright, let's check on our oxygen tank. Oxygen tank full. Let's go ahead and take that bad boy. Get it equipped, so we're good on oxygen. We've got our parachute in place. Of course, you're going to need a parachute or you're going to plummet to your death. So let's go ahead and pick all this stuff back up. I want to take it with me just to make sure I'm fully equipped once I get there. And let's head on down and prepare for liftoff. Let me look through and make sure I've got everything I think I need. Yeah, I've got a flag, I've got my leaves. I think I'm going to be good for the moon landing at least. So let's head on down and get moving. It's time for a fresh start up on the moon. Quite a ways down. I'm not all the way to the bedrock, as I mentioned before. I didn't want to deal with the ash floating in the air. So I'm down here at, what did I say? This was layer 14. So alright, my rocket is all fueled. Let me do one more last minute check. See, I've got my energy tesseracts, I've got some power, I've got all my gear. It is time for liftoff. Now, you remember when I built the spaceship, I added that chest. That gives us these additional inventory slots. I'm not going to bother taking anything now because I've got enough fuel where I can pretty much come and go as I please. Alright, so here we go. The real question is, am I going to be able to make it out of the silo without smashing violently into one of the walls? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have liftoff. Come on, baby, make it out of there. Oh yeah, it's going right up through the center. No problem. Goodbye, Juiceville. Hopefully one day I will be able to return. Yep, the old home waypoint marker is rapidly going away. 500 meters off the surface now. .800 meters approaching. And we're just about there. 1,000 meters off the ground. And there we go. We're through the atmosphere and now in orbit. So, let's do what we intended. Let's head on down to the moon. Hold space to slow down. Our entry velocity is 50 meters a second. Let's slow that down a bit. Ooh. Alright, so here we are. Keep my weapon in hand. Oh, we've got low gravity. Definitely want to do some moon mining too and find out what all the moon has to offer. This is awesome. So now basically I just need to pick my spot. Pick where I want home to be. Do I want to do something right over this big crater? I'm not sure. Guess we can leave it here for now. But we want to get... Let's see, we're not going to need that. What the heck? It's not letting me plant my flag. There it is. This territory now belongs to Juice Bags. Alright, so I'm going to have to explore around a little bit. I didn't have a moon buggy yet. Of course, we'll get to that point. But what is that? Is that a baddie over there? There's something over there. I think I should, Oh! I hear you. We got moon zombies. See, and sometimes a chest will drop from a parachute. Oh, there it is. It went in the inventory. So there's our rocket launch pad, our spaceship to return, and a partially filled fuel canister. And that will get us back home. Now I want to add a waypoint here. We'll just call this one Moon Base. And there we go. So we're on the moon. We've got plenty of oxygen to explore around a little bit, but I do want to get set up, and I want to check on those tesseracts. I'm really hoping that the tesseracts are effective and you don't lose too much energy in the process. If so, I'm thinking that the magmatic engines that I have going... Ooh, what do we have here? Aha, we got a little dimension door here. I don't know if I want to go in it yet. What the heck? Alright, so that's cool. You can basically do whatever you want in here. Let's go ahead and go back out. I didn't come up here for that. I can do that in the overworld. I came up here for the moon. See, there's our moon base. Anyway, I definitely want to do some mining and find out exactly what the moon has to offer. There's another one. Good gosh, they're all over the place around here. Huh, how strange. Alright, so let's get back over to our base. You know what? This area right here is probably... This is an awesome large area to start building on. But maybe I'll just do something over that crater. I'm not sure yet. There's plenty of time. I'm not building my moon base today. Just wanted to get here. But I want to see, definitely want to see what the moon has to offer. Wow, this stuff is ridiculous. Holy crap. That's nuts. That's gotta be bugged or something. That's ridiculous. Holy crap! Well, mining is going to be very quick, especially getting through all this stuff. What is that stuff I'm collecting? Moon turf. Yeah, stone. Get a quarry going up here. That'll be awesome. Alright, so let's get back over here and get some stuff set up here. Now, I didn't bring any building materials. I've got some blocks of iron, which I'm not going to use here. So I'm just going to have to fight off anything that comes, which is fine. But let's get set up here. Okay, so we know we're going to need an oxygen collector to start generating some oxygen for us. Now, you don't see those little air bubbles going into it like you did down in the overworld. So we need some leaves. Once we get it all covered up with leaves, as you see the little oxygen bubbles going into it now, just going to give it a few leaves here around it. You really will probably end up wanting to have a oxygen collection room that is completely full of leaves with multiple oxygen collectors before it's all over. We see it's going up very slowly. Let's give it a little power, shall we? Yeah, it's gaining oxygen, but it's going very, very slowly. Let's see if some more leaves help it out. Oxygen output 7%. So definitely the more leaves, the merrier, it looks like. Let's see. See if this helped it out any. Yep, 11.5%. So the more leaves you can get in the area, the better off you'll be. As I said, it'll probably be best just to create a oxygen collection room. Just have a huge room just completely packed full of leaves. 15% now. That's good enough to get me started. So let's go ahead and pipe some of this oxygen out of here. Okay, so that is, well, I guess I could just turn it, would be the easiest thing. There we go, it's connected up now. Do I have power to it? Yeah, I've got power. So we want to, you don't have to pipe it out like this. I'm doing it just so that everyone can see exactly what's going on here. Let's see, let's get our moon dirt. Just get a little platform built up here just so we have some working space. You see the top left of my screen, that's my oxygen tank inventory. So we want to get our oxygen bubble distributor set up as soon as possible, really. Alright, so we're all connected up. Let's get some power there for it. You know what, I better have me some fishes. Yep. And you see the oxygen bubble expanding out. So now, when we are inside, okay, right now we're outside of the bubble. As you see, oxygen setup is invalid. I'm going to be dying. If I run into the bubble, I'm all good. Now let's get those tanks back on. But so you can live inside these bubbles, you're going to have a some sort of oxygen dispersion in whatever you build up here, since the oxygen sealers are not working. But that's looking good. Okay, so now let's test out that energy tesseract. I can just do that right here. I gotta get used to this low gravity. Let's get our little pad built out a little more here. I'll just fill the oxygen bubble basically over on this side. Give me some workspace. There we go. Alright, so let's put down the energy tesseract and a redstone energy cell. And then we're going to want to put this on channel 4, which was the moon. This one is going to be receive only. There we go. And let's see, are we getting any energy? No, we are not. I wonder if I need to put a chunk loader down below. I wonder if that's my problem. Yeah, there's definitely nothing going on there. Whoop, I'm not on the channel, derp. Okay, now I'm on the channel. Still nothing. Yeah, I think I may need a chunk loader. If I throw a chunk loader down where my power station is, maybe that will change that. In fact, let me just run on down there and check right now. Because I only need the power here when I'm here, so I don't need to worry about a chunk loader on this side of it. But let's grab our goodies. Let's see. What do we need? We need the fuel canister, the rocket pad, and a spaceship. Let's see, we'll get our rocket pad. Just, yeah, why don't we just put it right over here? Ah, the gravity. Alright, so there's our rocket pad, our space. Alright, so now of course we have to fuel our spaceship. So I brought a fuel loader with me. Makes it easy. We're just going to leave it here. See, I need some more power. Let me grab this. I'll just grab this redstone energy cell right here. Guess I could have brought one more. Oh no! The lack of gravity just about carried my energy cell away. Oh, that's the dead one. Dang it. See, we're not going to be needing any more oxygen at the moment. So we can go ahead and grab that one. Let's get this bad boy powered up. No fuel. There we go. Let's load that fuel. And then as soon as the fuel gets loaded, we'll be ready to go. Let's see if it's going to let us blast off. Oops. There we go. So I'm going to go back, drop a chunk loader next to my generator, and then just come right back onto the moon. So I'll be right back with that. Alright, so we are back on the moon. I went down and put a chunk loader down next to... Let's get some more leaves going here. You can probably turn off leaf decay if you chose to. See, anyway, I got the chunk loader down at my power station. And it is indeed, it's bringing in the energy. So awesome, I know that works. I'm going to have a source of energy here. It's actually filling the blocks pretty quickly too, 100,000 Minecraft joules already. But anyway, so there we have it. I am on the moon. Oh, would you look at that? It landed on top of the other one. How odd. Very strange. Now, just so everyone knows, I did learn the hard way that for some reason, maybe it's just my install of Tekkit, I'm not sure, but it doesn't like for you to log out on the moon. It will freeze up, or it at least is freezing up on my machine every time I try to log off on the moon. And then, of course, you end up doing a hard shutdown of Minecraft, and you lose some of your progress here. So definitely go back to the overworld before you decide to log off. Well, I basically got a full-time storage chest here. Alright, so let's get things back in order. We're going to go ahead and head on back down. And that's going to do it for this issue of Minecraft Tekkit for 1.5.1. So thank you for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks again.